Hello. Hey, JoeHart here. Person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I'm doing another stream. It's probably mostly going to be about two practices. What do we got? According to my description up here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but my cursor is right in front of the first hashtag. Hashtag NCTS, which is NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. The practice is from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And then NASCAR Cup Series, the All-Star portion, it's not just All-Star, it's the All-Star and Open practice from 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And they're both on FS1, so it's kind of a watch-along if you have access to that channel. NWB Speedway, which is North Wilkesboro Speedway, and plus which means it can be really any topic that we deem reasonable. And so, hello and welcome. Good to see you. Free to comment. So I was gonna do, what was that? What was I gonna do? Nightbot says, please feel free to watch along NASCAR with us, all on FS. Damn it. It's FS1. I'm sure everybody knows what an exclamation point is. FS1, but one asterisk. So May 19th, Friday, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5:30. We're covering the 3 and the 4, and then I'm going to do another stream for the later stuff. There's a race too. And then 5:20 Saturday, there's times, and 5:21 Sunday, there's times, and all Eastern time. Enjoy. Thanks, JoeHart, PwD's. Golly, I just made the thing. Just made it. I think it's AN plus, but I'm not sure. So my Twitch, Francis Assistant. Thank you for watching on Francis Assistant. I assume that. So Nightbot says, quote, and plus dot end quote, or quote and plus comma space dot close quote, is included in most all of my StreamYard lives. It's there so that most any topic that I or my viewers deem appropriate to discuss in the stream. It's okay to ask. Thanks, Joey H. That was kind of my first draft. You know, I did some editing, but as always, I run out of the characters, so it's not as clear, and I don't, you know, it's just, anyway, that was the best I could do. So let me see. It's weird that Nightbot suddenly decides to do the one that I did manually. I don't know why, but let me put that down. I don't know what that is. Who's watching? Joe, why do I have to sign in there every time? No, skip. Sifa, how are you? Just getting set up here. How you doing? Yeah, at 3 o'clock. So in 3 minutes, the practice starts, but practices are pretty minor, and they're not much of a big deal. Francis Assistant and JoeHart. Thank you for who came through Francis Assistant. I appreciate that. My backup. I guess it's not formally a backup channel, but I appreciate when my backup channel gets some stuff. Why is this not coming up? So I think it's on FS1. Oh, okay. 1 minute left. That's why it's not coming up. The Herd with Colin Cowherd. I'll put him on. So yeah, how you doing, Sifa? I'm good, and you? I'm doing okay. I mean, the usual. I'm always restless, irritable, and discontented. That's a quote from AA. That's not my original. But yeah, I mean, pretty good. It's Friday, so I've got a couple things scheduled. Formula One, canceled this weekend, which is the greatest thing to happen, or was the smartest thing to happen. But I don't know. I don't know now what to do. 5/16 is today. 5/16? No. Okay. Relatable as hell. I would have guessed that. So yeah, I'm sure I always preface so much that I forget what I'm going to say. So I'm probably going to forget what I'm going to say. But because of my streams are so, intimate, I tend to treat them like that there's two people here. And I know it's recorded, and I know it goes to YouTube, and it goes to all these other places. So, it's potentially the entire world could watch it later as a recording. That won't happen. It'll be 10 or 12 people or 30 people or 60 people or whatever, whatever it might. But anyway, I always need to be concerned about the other people. I'm like, well, maybe I ought not be so intimate when I'm talking and stuff. But anyway. So, of course, I have a hate relationship with NASCAR. And it's All-Star Weekend, which I don't usually care for, like all sports, football. I mean, all of those things. They're like, who the hell cares about that stuff? But there are aspects of this weekend that I'm kind of excited about, or it could have been, because it's the All-Star Weekend. I hate football. I'm right there with you. I don't care for football much at all. Certainly the real football, because I'm on. I usually call what the UK calls football. Mukater, hello. Lala here. Her favorite superpowers. How are you, Mukater? Good to see you. I never have figured out if you're a bot or not. And the way you enter, it sounds like you're a friend of the Gurers. Are you a Gurer friend? Me too. I am 13 plus. I hope you're 13 plus. You have to be, but I prefer it being 18 plus in my stream. So, yeah, we hope you are 13 plus. That's what you sign when you come in, including your, assuming you had a parental unit that helped you join. But anyway, so I hate football. Yeah, that's I'm not a big, I'm the youngest of 9. I have 3 older brothers. My father cared about football, and one of my brothers really cared about football, but none of us really got the bug. Yes, 13 is the required age to have a YouTube account, and that's true with all the platforms. I am baffled, and I've known that forever. And I was a therapeutic foster parent, so I had to know about the people, that I was taking care of, and then also I had a child that was coming of certain ages during the times when social media was popular. So I certainly would never admit that I approved someone joining before they're 13 by saying they had an older birthday. I would never, say that. Of course not. I like your house. Thanks. It's so small. It's an apartment, but thank you so much. And Lala says, thanks, Sifa. And Sifa says, you're welcome. And Mookater, Lala, I like your house. Thank you very much. So, anyway, there's so much about, oh, golly, some of this is out of date. That's a couple, that's not too old. Let me see what it is now. It's 255.31 left, but it's still Takuma Sato and Rinus VK. So it's still the top 2. Oh, wow, Sifa, thank you so much. Sifa, to everyone coming in, please subscribe if you haven't. Yes, and don't forget to hit the like button. Like. Yeah, man. Thank you, Sifa. Bukater. I guess you're 13. And all the girls are 13, I think. But yeah, if you want to join. So Lala is here with her favorite superpowers and primary and secondary powers. How are you feeling? I'm feeling pretty well. That if you haven't yet. Okay, yeah, cool. I could have figured that out. I didn't spend enough time on it. So this Nightbot, I bought a monitor, and I have one main purpose for the monitor, but of course it will expand, and probably I'll buy a second and a third and a fourth monitor. But the main purpose for my monitor is to put Twitter. Y'all can probably see it there. Oop, can't show that one. Oop, anyway, can't show either. Yeah, that doesn't work. I'll have to figure out how to do that. But anyway, my purpose is what this is saying here right now. Nightbot says, hi, I'm StreamYard Joe, a.k.a. also known as Twitter Joe 1, 2, and 3. I hope to facilitate more comments in Twitter live during my StreamYard live stream. Feel free to comment, questions, etc. Thank you, JoeHart, PwD's, Invisible Disabilities. Why, thank you, Sifa. And he corrected it. Do you have Nightbot in here? You could. I don't know. Sifa, to everyone coming in, please subscribe if you haven't yet. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Sifa, very much. So that was kind of a reminder. Let me see if I can... I'm going to just go off to my I'm oh, I guess I have to refresh it. Why don't huh. I thought I finally figured out this Twitter thing. I guess I haven't. I have been on many devices and many Twitter accounts of me streaming live and watching myself and watching others and me, I've done so many combinations and I've dropped right into the stream. And I can't seem to drop into these streams. So anyway, yeah, that's too bad. Okay, let's okay, practice is well underway. So let's race center. Why are these not going? Race results, race recap. I went live. Where the hell is live? Sorry, I'm off stream. Hi, anybody else? She's on her way. Uh-oh, we got a kitty coming to chat. Just kidding, I love her. She's one of my friends. Oh, she's on her way. Oh, cool kitty. You always have such fun people. Miss W came by once. Smitty the kitty. Smitty, are you another Smitty? Do I know you from Discord? Holler. Yay, Smitty. Holler. And then, yay, Smitty the kitty. She's on her way. Is she a she? I think I know a he from. Yes, Joe. That's me from Discord. Now I'm really confused. You know how we always just, sorry, maybe no one else does, but I think I create in my mind who I'm communicating with, and that usually one of the first things is gender. I usually, put together who I might be thinking. Anyway, I'm sorry. I thought you were a male. I thought you were a male. My bad. Yeah, it's a she kitty. I love kitties, by the way. So, but yeah, thank you for the help, Smitty. That was very helpful. I mean, I'm assuming I'm talking to the right person. And you said, yes, Joe, that's me from Discord. So I'm assuming I'm talking to the same person. I'm a she from Discord. The pic is my dear friend that has passed. You have the gender right and wrong. I'm not laughing about your friend that has passed. I'm sorry. You have the gender right and wrong. But it is strange. And I'm very guilty of it. If it's a guilt, I don't think anything's wrong with doing it. But I always do it. I communicate with people and I'm live streaming, so I'm doing a lot of things online and I just start formulating who I think I might be talking to instead of being robotic of, I will not guess who they are and what their gender is until they say anything, and that's just not me. So anyway, cool. Well, Smitty the kitty. I'm sorry to hear about your dear friend that you lost in February. That is very sad. That is very sad. I don't like those kind of things. I mean, it's life, but yeah, I don't like that. My Nightbots are going crazy. I know it was my joke you were laughing at. I have made peace with it. He was very terminally ill. See, now I'm snickering again. Um, I'm sorry to hear, and I'm hoping he sounds like it was probably a better place. Being terminally ill would probably not be. I've never experienced it, but I've had many family members, a handful that have experienced that. So uh, I don't think I would want to do it. He was amazing and a huge part of the true crime community. So yeah, my Nightbot's going overboard here. I'm okay. Let's slow down. I'm gonna slow down the IndyCar thing. Let's slow down the IndyCar thing. IndyCar, where's IndyCar? Indy. Okay, add it. I did try to find a live timing of the event going on right now, but it's only a practice. But I usually always Smitty the kitty. It's okay. You're just live, and it's easy to get the giggles at first, especially when I'm nervous. And of course, yes, he was very amazing person in the true crime community and friend. Wow, that is so cool. Seems like some of my Nightbots. I got in touch with Nightbot. I have tons, as y'all can see, and I probably have 75 or 80, and I'm creating 10 a day. I mean, I'm going nuts on Nightbot. But a day or two or three ago, I was noticing, you know, I have a bunch. I have about 25 that are enabled and is supposed to post every 5 minutes. And I would notice after 20 minutes, which would be an additional 19 of them. So there's 18 for 5 minutes, 19 for up less than 20 minutes. And that's 37 I should be getting. And I was getting about 2. So I got in touch. Oh yeah, I've got a ton. I'm OCD. I'm definitely off the rails on them, but they help. I don't generally, I have a very intimate room, and when I say intimate, I mean empty. I usually have an empty room, and 6 months ago when I was doing Idaho 4, I had more. I had people that could research things and thank people, and there was a lot of things more going on. Not a ton, but a little more going on. But now, my Nightbot is my cloned person, but like I said, I've gone off the rails. I add AA, Alcoholics Anonymous stuff to it, and and actually, by the way, I don't know if you're, I looked at, Sifa, I looked at some of your stuff, and that was really neat. And I don't know what to call it, but you had regional resources to reach out to. You like had one from Australia and one from UK and one from, and I was like, wow, that is so cool. So that's where I got the idea from AA. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna, so anyway, it's as I always say, I'm not a good writer. I'll just show the AA one. I'm not a good writer, but I'm a pretty damn good editor. So I have to and I'm perfectionistic with the OCD. So if I wait for perfection, I'll never publish it. So I have to get it out there. And then, anyway, oh, that's awesome, Joe. So anyway, yeah, the quote the way I describe myself most days is not original. I got it from AA, but it's restless, irritable, and discontented. And then if you get into the program and meet and greet the newcomers and get a sponsor and read the big book and read the 12 by 12 and work with the sponsor and do the steps and finish the steps, you transition toward happy, joyous, and free. I have felt that in my life, but not very often, but enough. I mean, I have finished all the steps, but you got to keep doing them. And so I'm not very active right now. So anyway, find AA near you, and then that's a link and it's clickable. And then AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, is a fellowship of people who come together to solve their drinking problem, 12-step recovery program. So as always, all my Nightbots, I run out of characters. That is maxed out. That is all the characters I can make. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. But yeah, anyway, this overlay, people were telling me about overlays when I was doing YouTube Live and StreamYard. And I was at first, I just slowed that down. That's supposed to be slowed down. Anyway, sorry about that. If you can ignore all the Nightbots, or you can read all of them, or you can read some of them, or ignore some, or do whatever you want. I am OCD. Nightbots will be a huge part of my stream, and it will never be perfect. Every time one pops up, I'm like, damn, I wish it was saying this. But anyway, they're pretty cool. So it took me 5-7 years to set up YouTube Live. I never did set it up really until I, got involved with Idaho 4, and I was just, rabid. I was like, okay, how do I do this? How do I go live? How do I do StreamYard? And everybody was help, or I was getting help and stuff. Sorry, I guess that's blocking my face. Although I can't see the comments as well. Let me go a happy medium there. So anyway. Almost, where is this show? They don't bother me. It's your chat, your rules, Joe. Only thing that matters is that they, Nightbot, do the right job for you. Well, thank you. As you know, I love Agenda Free TV, and so I do notice his stuff. But I think for most, I guess I noticed Nightbot, but my first person, you guys are far more advanced in this YouTube and StreamYard than I think I will ever be. And it can get me in trouble because of my disabilities. It usually requires me to do something 1, 7, 5 times before I stick with it. And if I stop doing it for 2 weeks, I'll forget. Anyway, the overview. Damn it! I wish I could get this to work. I've been trying to work on it a little bit. What I originally was trying to do. Sifa, I will definitely need your help one day soon. LOL. Yeah, I mean, he is a great resource. He has helped me quite a bit in ping cord and some Nightbot, but a lot of ping cord, which was wonderful. Me6 a little bit, but it's too heady for me. And then I got involved with Tweet Shift because ping cord stopped doing Twitter. And now it sounds like ping cord can get back into Twitter, but as a beta, and I always get invited to betas, which I guess I'm invited, but it's not working yet. And I told him, hey, I do have tweet shift, so if that conflicts, maybe that's it. Of course, I want you to teach me. Wait, did I miss something here? Sorry. Okay, I guess I missed. Okay. They don't bother me. Okay, I got that. You guys are more. Okay. I think I missed this one. Well, Kitty, I can teach you if you want. Oh, that's why she said want. So, and Sif, I will definitely need your help one day soon. Of course, I want you to teach me. Just let me know when, Kitty. I can always put whatever I'm doing on pause to help a friend. unless I'm unconscious. That's a good reason not to do it for sure. Anyway, that the early YouTube things, when I was doing like my first and second, and I was trying to do YouTube Live and then StreamYard, and then YouTube Live and then StreamYard, and then YouTube Live. And I did that for about 5 times. And then I finally said, and I did it because there are huge advantages to do YouTube Live by itself. But I was like, I might as well just do the StreamYard only. Anyway, I was brand new and people were like, hey, figure out overlays. You know, you might get someone that comes in with a peen pick, and you have to have an overlay so that if they shock you with a peen pick, the overlay will cover it, which I don't understand. I don't understand overlays at all. Oh, I love Twitter. Are you still on Twitter, Joe, or have you chosen not to be on Twitter due to everyone having verified accounts? No, I've always been on Twitter. I currently have 3 accounts, or I guess I mistakenly made a 4th one. I don't know how that happened, but I had a one long time ago that was suspended indefinitely and stuff. And anyway, I've always been there. I don't know what I mean by always, but like 2007 or 2008 or something like that. So I love Twitter. For 15 years or however long it's been, I've said I live on Twitter. That's where I get all my information, all my, but with StreamYard, it sucks. And I found this out almost immediately after setting up StreamYard. And I'm like, I'm going to test this out for a while, but this is going to be the reason I'm going to cancel. And it's because, right now I'm on my laptop. I'm streaming on StreamYard right there. But with StreamYard, you can stream it to other platforms. And I have the plan that I can do 8 others. So I do Facebook profile, Facebook page, LinkedIn profile, 2 YouTubes, Twitch, which I know nothing about, but I streamed. I have over 100 videos there now, but I know nothing about Twitch. And then 2 Twitter accounts. I really have 3, but they don't. Anyway, Twitter can't make comments and they can't receive comments. And when you're doing something live, the only thing that matters is comments. So, and I've talked to Twitter and I've talked to StreamYard, and it's like a marriage that, they despise each other. They both have said, oh, no, there's no, I was like, when do you think it's going to be figured out? And they're like, oh, we don't have a date set. And I'm like, okay, so are you saying 3 months or 7 months or 9 months? And they're like, I don't think it's going to happen, and then, I think Elon was already owner by then. But anyway, I'm not a big fan of Elon, but I'm not going to stop going to Twitter. I was involved with Twitter a long time ago, and I probably, at the height of what I was doing, I probably could have gotten verified. And I think I tried a couple times, and with my disabilities, it's not easy. It's not, they don't just give you an email address to send you stuff, and then you give your argument of why you think and show your numbers. It wasn't easy. And so I don't think I ever completed trying to apply for it, but I probably could have applied and gotten it. But yeah, I'm cheap. I have thought of paying $8 a month, but I guess it's gone up. Wait, 96? I guess it hasn't gone up. Now it's 84 a year instead of 96 a year or something like that. So I'm not opposed to paying I'm cheap and broke, so I'm opposed to paying $8. I'm not opposed to buying verification, because I think verification is kind of hokey. It was originally kind of hokey, that the YouTube people, not YouTube, the Twitter people, the famous celebrities were getting verified, but then someone that's really famous in Russia as a motorsports driver couldn't get the real famous people couldn't get it because they were worldwide and no one knew them and blah, 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 blah. I mean, plenty knew them, but not the right people. So anyway, I wouldn't stop doing it. So yeah, I have 3 accounts. A fourth, which I mean, I don't even want to mention the second, but I would love. Thank you. Yeah, JoeHart 901. That's one of them. And then my main account, battery saver is on, and that usually dies within a couple of seconds. Hold on. I plugged it in. I hope it was soon enough. My laptop's really old, and it has just crashed in the middle of a stream more than a couple times. So anyway, NASCAR Inc. is my favorite, most active account, and that's the one I want everybody to follow me on. But because of Trump and his Russian bots, when he lost 7 million Russian bots, I lost 15,000. I didn't know I had Russian bots, but now I will never ever be able to follow someone again unless I have this huge viral. I need 15,000 followers before I can follow anybody. So what happens is someone follows me on the one account. I mean, I'm not a big fan of I follow you, so you follow me. I'm not a big fan of that at all. There's reasons and purposes for following. But for most people, I follow them. But when they follow me on my primary account, I follow them on one of my secondary accounts. And then they go, oh, I might have done the wrong. I mean, I try to make sure they understand. And it's confusing because I don't really understand. Anyway, so LOL Sifa. If you're unconscious, sometimes I worry, and other times I know you need to sleep. Sleep is good for the soul. Do you know when he's unconscious? Are you next to him? Are you near him? And then Great Zambini. I created that account for Jack White. Ray Great Zambini is a character on one of his albums. I made it and immediately, I mean, I don't know if you remember, but Coca-Cola.com, the website, when websites came into being, there were geniuses that started buying all those things. And then they'd go up to Coca-Cola and say, you've got to give me $10 million to get your own website. And I'm like, that sucks. So I'm not a big fan of that. So I set up Ray, and that's true. That's true. And then finally, after many years and many millions of dollars of people having to buy their own name on a website, they finally, I think most cases, went in a favor of Coca-Cola and said, that's your name, whether you set up a website or not. It's yours. So anyway, that's the way it should be. I set up Ray Great Zambini. I tried to get in touch with Jack White immediately. He's not really online much. Definitely not Twitter. Very poorly on Facebook. Anyway, I got in touch and I said, hey, I set up this account. It's yours. You can have the name. I'm just setting it up. So if you want it, just come and get it. You don't have to pay me any money. It's yours. It's your name. It's yours. And so I don't think I ever directly talked to him, but some social media people, and they're like, oh no, he doesn't want it. I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to. Anyway, that's the Ray Great Zambini. Sleep takes me like a plague. I bet. Uh-oh. I think they do not want it to interfere with their Twitter Space lives. Oh, yeah, okay. That could be, but you mean as far as StreamYard and Twitter not getting along? That might be, but I think everybody in the world is smart enough to know that there's enough room for everybody, and Twitter's going to have a space, even though he fired 90% of the staff. There's going to be enough space for Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. There's enough space for everybody. So it's too bad that happens. But yeah, you're probably right. Thanks, Smitty. I didn't even think of that. And this damn overlay. See that? I keep getting reminded of it. Yes, Daisy, just woke up. Good morning, Daisy. Are you here yet? I'm a little behind. What's this? 328, 327. I'm 4 minutes behind. Sorry. I'm opposed to buying verification, period. I'm very upset that ISIS-K and other terrorists, ISIS, yeah, ISIS-K and other terrorism plates can post, and Elon isn't doing anything about it. I I mean, I don't want to be conditionally opposed to some things and conditionally, approve. I'm just talking about from my point of view. Like buying followers. I don't think it's the worst sin in the world. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's only a couple really super famous people, but and I can't think of them now. But who's the quarterback? Tom Brady. He's super famous. He probably doesn't need to buy his verification. But if you have a fake famous person, anyway, I'm not making sense. I think it would have been. I did have a huge following, and then it disappeared. But the way you can follow people is your followers have to be within 1,000 of them. So yeah, I had 21,000, I had 22,000, whatever. They're all within 1,000. But Russia, Trump lost his 7 million Russian bots. And then I lost 15,000 because of that. So that's a bummer. My TV just froze. I don't know. Eyeballs, don't know what you're looking at. Smitty better not be next to me. Yes, he's gone unconscious with me before. Okay. I used to love the White Stripes. I love Jack White. I really like White Stripes. I have stories about anything, but he's a literal musical genius. I agree. Have you ever seen the movie This Might Get Loud? That's the coolest movie I love musical movies or rock and roll movies and stuff. But This Might Get Loud, I don't know if you've seen it, but it has three guitar players from three different generations. It has Jimmy Page, who's from Led Zeppelin. Most people think he's a guitar god. And then it has The Edge from YouTube. I don't think people really have an opinion about him, but they didn't know how simple his playing is and how extravagant but anyway, and Jack White. And so the three of them were supposed to be teaching each other how to play, what they play and it was so clear to me. Well, okay, Edge, take the Edge out of the equation. The Edge is a very simple guitar player, and he has all those gadgets that make it sound phenomenally off the chain. And I love YouTube, and I bought many of their albums, and I just love his stuff. Off the chain, not very talented guitar player. And Jimmy Page. So Jimmy Page, and Jimmy Page is old, of course, but he's playing his, I don't like Black Dog, but, he was playing his song and, Jack would just look at him and then start playing the exact same thing. And YouTube, U2, sorry, he's fumbling on how to learn it. So they each do that. And, The Edge does his real simple stuff, and people are like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. But anyway, when Jack White gets going, it was clear that the other two guitarists had no clue, including Jimmy Page, who is called a guitar god. He's called a guitar god for decades. And he's pretty damn good, and Led Zeppelin's pretty damn good. He's old. I mean, 40 years ago, he might have stayed up with Jack White, but I don't think so. I think Jack White is the most talented. He's the most talented musician. He's the best songwriter. He's the best singer-songwriter. His voice is, I love his voice. But anyway, yeah, I thank you for, and now I'm way behind, 6 minutes behind. So, anyway, I leaned more, I love Meg White, but she couldn't handle the social life and the social aspect of being famous, and now she's out. So I'm just following his stuff mostly. I can't believe he fired people by email either. I was offended for the people that worked for Twitter. Yeah, oh yeah, he's atrocious what he's done. And I don't have a strong opinion about Elon because he so quickly gets political, and I am very political and I have very opinionated opinions about politics, but I don't like it to go in that direction. So I don't, Yes, I've seen that movie. Love it. Wasn't that amazing? I mean, I think he danced around. Charlie Doby, what's up? Hi, got 72 followers. Thank you for the note. You always come in. I'm never quite sure who you are. Oh my goodness, Charlie, you have now said a third comment. For 6 months, you have never said a third comment. Hi, how's your day, Joe? Mine is good, Charlie, especially because you might not be a bot. I don't know. But thank you for the third comment. I really appreciate that. So anyway, so yeah, thank you. So I guess I'm caught up. I hope I didn't get so far behind that people stopped commenting. Yeah, it might get loud. So anyway, I'm sure Sif, I mentioned overlays to you 6 months ago, and you're like, yeah, I can help me. I'll help you and stuff. And I'm clueless to it. And I am not offended by peens. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I'm not. I mean, I've had some strange things in my, in backstage. I'd send the invite link and they'd come back, and plus I can't see very well, and it's a small picture, so I'm like, I'm not even sure what I'm looking at, and and I can deal with it from there, But anyway, I mean, it was mostly theme. I started by watching. There's a truck on fire. 46. Who's 46? That's not a good fire. It is definitely on fire. 46. 146. Akinori Ogata for B2G Racing. Anyway, small things, small picture. Amen. Here, let me go off screen right here and see if this race center is showing up now. Why are they not showing this? It's a truck practice, which is not really important. Anyway, it's a watch along if you would like to. Elon felt that Elon felt like one apple spoils the bunch, and he sent out an email for people to either accept his terms back into Twitter, and if they didn't respond by a certain time, they were unknowingly quit. Dirty. He's very dirty. Absolutely. You can't get offended by what you can't see. They make magnifying glasses for a reason. Do you now, Sifa, I always have questions for you and stuff, but I'm guessing you never did. You ever do StreamYard Live associated with YouTube Live, and therefore did you ever have overlays for your backstage just in case? And again, like I said, I started by watching Brittany. She's a female, most of her panel, and I don't want to make a gender assumption, but I will. I mean, I would be far more concerned if a female saw a peen pic than if I saw a peen pic. So that's why immediately they're like, overlays, you got to do overlays, you got to figure out how to do it. I'm like, I don't even know how to turn on StreamYard. I was just only once, but I didn't use an overlay for it because I only had trusted people up on panel. It's called the pen screen. Probably peen, right? It's called the peen screen. Oh, pen. Yeah, I guess that could be the shorter word for it. Back when I was learning about the word unalive, it seemed like peen was used because of the pen screen. I don't know if those are typos or you're correcting what it's called. Anyway, and that's, Sifa, that's probably a good, I want, I want to expand and blah, 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 blah. So and I haven't. I mean, I haven't done squat for 6 months, but I'm getting it ready. But so I would want to no, pen was too big for most of them. No, but pen was too big for most of them. A pin fits better. These poor people. Why they're, Anyway, one of the things that I got was I couldn't even really see what they were showing me. Ladies call it a peen technically. That's what I got from Brittany and 17 of her closest followers. So yeah, and I think it's so that it's not, if you said peen and then is, the peen is coming soon, then you would get a little trouble. So you don't want to say pen, just cuz. So I think that's why they said peen. Melissa Jade always calls it that. Does she have an overlay to take care of it? Does she have panels? Does she invite people? Sipa, how can I know anybody? I don't think we know anybody. Lil P scream. Anyway, they're interviewing Kyle Larson, who I love. And I think, let me check real quick. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 drivers. Yes, she does. Oh, she does an overlay for the peens. I'm positive I've seen Melissa Jade. I'm positive I listened to her. And I can't recall exactly who she is. And I think I know why. I kind of early on, I get hung up on people's names. And, so Smitty, the kitty, you have different names. So it disorients me. It's like, and you all can do whatever you want, but then it disorients me. And then I'm like, I don't know if that's the person I met and stuff. Anyway, I think Melissa Jade used to go by a couple different names, or I'm on so many platforms that when you pull up your YouTube account on YouTube, it says one name, but when you pull up your YouTube account on StreamYard, it says another. So anyway, I think that's why I can't picture her. I can't say, yeah, she's Teresa, or, she's all the, yeah, but I know I've seen her. I know I've seen her stuff. And I guess I kind of want to get back into that. Who dat? Melissa Jade, I think, is that what you mean? Yeah, she said, Melissa Jade. Does anybody know another name she goes by? So I can go, that's the screen I've seen. But again, anyway, it's just the way I work. I tried to explain it to True Crime and Faith, and she's like, oh, no, you can call me, Daisy. And I'm like, no, that's not the point. The point is I can't constantly remember someone's name if it's not on the screen. I need to look at anyway. So anyway, I've seen Smitten Kitten, but it's other stuff. So cool. I just went over to Discord real quick. So anyway, welcome everybody. I've got 4 people in YouTube. JoeHart. What do you think of that? No, I'm not. If you ever have any comment about any of my Nightbots, feel free to make comments, because I want to highlight all of them and say, hey, what about that? Let me read it. And what do you think? But, because I'm ADD and, OCD, and I run out of characters for the description up here. And I think I've been told you don't see my cursor when I'm not sharing a screen. I didn't think that was true. Do you all see my cursor under the hashtag of my description, kind of near the duck, the StreamYard duck? It's just sitting there. I'm not touching it. It's just sitting right below the hashtag to the right of the live 45 minutes, 16 seconds. It's right next to it. But I could have sworn many times I was told in the past that people do see the cursor. And then a couple times ago with we don't see the cursor or the duck. Oh, come on. You have to see the duck. Oh, you're kidding. Well, no wonder you. Where do you see my title description? We don't see the cursor or the duck. Thank you, Sifa. So when I go over, I point at it and then go over my title description. OMG, my keyboard tried to autocorrect the duck and made it a word I use more often. I don't say duck very often, but that's your auto. Okay, so is autocorrect AI? Like, did they learn that you use that word more often, or would it autocorrect it to that word on anybody's keyboard? It is autocorrect AI. Is your autocorrect differently than my autocorrect? They're talking to the truck driver that was on fire. Akinori Ogata, hometown, Kanagawa, Japan. Best finish, 17th in Atlanta, 2023. 14 Truck Series starts. This is his 14th start. Oh, I know what it changed it to, but is your autocorrect, is it specific to you? Like, do all, and I don't know if you have an iPhone, you have, 10 devices, so you probably have everything, but finally, keyboard, you're learning me. So it sounds like autocorrect is AI. So it would actually learn the user. Yes, it's specific to the typer. You have arrived, Sifa. I would imagine that. I mean, I don't know how many times I say it, the word, when I'm live streaming occasionally, but I don't know how many times I type it. I'm not a big fan of autocorrect, and I'm OCD, so I retype. I type, check it, edit, and then send it. That's why it takes me forever and stuff. And I don't, autocorrect almost never gets me. It never catches me out, But anyway, I mean, that's all the time for me. Well, your keyboard knows. And duck, duck's just not a common word, I guess, on your keyboard. Duck. And where's the D? Well, come on. The D is right next to F. F this, F that. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, I've been live streaming for 10, 12, 15 years, and I've done, thousands and thousands of streams. And I've always said that I have a black belt in typo. I'm pretty good at it, and I'm a little rusty now, I think, because I don't have on Meerkat. On Meerkat, I had tons of viewers, and so there was a ton of that stuff going on. But anyway, I always thought I had and I think this is the most obvious trick. It's not a trick, but it's the first thing I do. But I think it's the most obvious thing in the world. But I think I've mentioned it before, and people are like, "Oh wow, I never thought of that." But seriously, Kristen, happy Friday, Joe in chat. Taekwondo. You want me to type it? So, anyway, I think the reason I became really good with typo, and I think when you stream a lot, you just get good at typo. And, everybody wants to be perfect. And so and I'm like, no, there's too much going on. You don't have to correct your typos. I can read them. But anyway, the trick I did, but it's not a trick, is I always look, if there's a word that looks a little out of place, I look where the faulty, I guess I have to do some thinking, but wherever the faulty letter is, I look on the keyboard. And if it says duck, but I'm thinking it might be an F at the beginning of the word, I go, oh, they're right next to each other. D and F are right next to each other. So then anyway, long story about typos. Damn right it is, right next to it. Amen. Taekwondo. Do you mean type it? Sorry, I skipped over you. Seriously, Kristen. Sorry, I can't see. Kristen, happy Friday, Joe in chat. It's good to see you, Kristen. Thanks for coming by. I've enjoyed you in my streams. Hi, Sifa, says Kristen. You said a black belt in typo, so I said type one. See how I don't connect things? That is brilliant. Taekwondo. That is great. Howdy, Kristen. So Smitty the kitty says howdy, Kristens. And seriously, Kristen. Hi, Smitty. And I always apologize in advance. And I'm sure I mentioned this to you last time, Kirsten. I don't see very well, and I really have to read names as I say them. So I will probably say Kirsten and Kristen all night long. I'll probably, because I have to get really, really, really close, and I still won't see it very well. So I apologize for that. I like to call people what they want to be called, but my eyes aren't. I have no memory, so I can't learn people's names. So anyway, let me go off screen one more time to see how was your trip, Kristen? Hoping all went great for you on that trip aspect. For sure, yeah, Karen, Kristen, don't worry about it. Feel free to share. Bring it all out if you want. But it is the open internet. Be careful on what you want to share. Let me go off screen. Where is it? I'm looking for it. And I want to figure this out. Sifa, help me. How can I think I need 2 more different Google accounts. And then I set up Google I open 2 windows of Google and open up different Twitter accounts in both. And then I can do what I'm doing. So, and seriously, I want to, like right now during this stream, I want to go on to Twitter and capture all the traffic. So when someone makes a comment, I can respond live and I can say, hey, I'm Joe. I'm the one you're looking at on the screen there. And so I get to talk to you. So because you can't make comments. So now I know Smitty mentioned that, maybe they're trying to keep that stuff incompatible, but I don't think, I mean, mine's, so anyway, I'm just trying to open. Well, I did that, but you can't, it doesn't, anyway, okay. So on this laptop right here, I have Twitter open and it's my Twitter number 1. And then I opened another window here and then drug it over to the laptop. And then I opened another one and drug it over to the laptop. So now I have 2 open windows over there. And I, open the one onto Twitter number 2. And I go, great. Then I go to the third one and I open up Twitter number 3. And I'm like, Great. Now I can just go live. It's local. It's it's where I want to be. Well, I don't know if you know, but I go back to Twitter number 2 and I click on it and send a, test. Anyway, it has changed to Twitter number 3. So I go back to Twitter number 1 and it has changed to Twitter number 3. So I don't believe I have all 3 open and I can transparently switch from all 3 Twitters and make comments and copy. I can do a ton of stuff but I just can't do what I'm doing. You can make them smaller and have more on one screen. Anyway, they do switch back. And so I have now, with my OCD, I have probably opened extra. And, now that I know what's going wrong, I'm just testing one. So I have now opened up an extra window, opened up the other Twitter, and then go test. I keep testing them. I change this to 1, and the other one changes to 1. And then I change it to 2, and the other. Seriously, Kristen, Sifa want to help me with my StreamYard labs before I throw my laptop in the Atlantic Ocean. Don't throw your laptop in the Atlantic Ocean, but I understand what. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up. I probably missed some comments. Sorry about that, guys. I went a little far. So, hey, Sifa, you said a black belt. So you wrote Taekwondo. God, you're so creative. Howdy. Hi, Smitty. And Kirsten, where'd you go? You don't have to talk about it. So no worries, Joe. Even my close friends call me the wrong name sometimes. But I won't even get Kirsten or Kristen if I'm not. For what? How can I communicate with my life? And, what bums me out the most? What bums me out the most is the first day that I did a YouTube live and the first day I did StreamYard live, I had what I told people I had. I had hundreds of viewers at a time, and I had thousands of viewers over the 2 hours. But they couldn't communicate. Those were real numbers. That is what I had. Those were what I had. And then in YouTube, I have 3. And LinkedIn, I have 7. And I'm like, I got to talk to them. And it's a shame that now it's diminished to almost nothing. So it's too bad I missed that. Just open another tab. Yeah, we can, anyway. Sifa uploaded something. Thank you. That's what I meant. Cool. Huh? I don't quite understand what you're showing me there, Sifa, but that's what you mean by making it open another window and making it smaller? How would I be communicating with my... Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't follow it. You can make them smaller and have more on one screen. You can make them smaller and have more on one screen, which ultimately on this laptop, on this, the monitor is pretty big. It's $69, free shipping. That's disposable. I'm going to buy more than one probably. But ideally, I wanted to get 3x2. I wanted to have 6 screens over there, which I can figure out what they are later. I mean, I will not be able to figure it out, but my idea is I'll know what I want to put over there. But for now, I just want the 2 Twitters. And let me see. I'm going to turn my TV off so it doesn't show on the screen. So this is my not working very well. So that's what I have two different windows, two different accounts. But I thought I just clicked on the window and goes right into the stream. But for some reason, it's not letting me go into it. Anyway, that probably isn't very clear. Anyway, thank you so much for being tolerant. And see if I want to help me. Yeah, don't throw it into the, do not. Please don't throw it into the Atlantic Ocean. It's nice to be on the Atlantic Ocean. Well, that's wonderful, Kristen. Wish my son thought he could still live with mommy. Did she say something about the trip? I didn't see any comment about the trip. She must be talking to you offline, which is fine. You can talk to her anywhere you want. Sorry, I swear sometimes comments don't show and then they show later. I don't know what's going on. Smitty, the grad was great, and then got other kiddo from Mississippi to Florida for the summer. No traveling for a while for me. Yippee! It's always good to get kills and stuff. And now I understand what Smitty says. Well, that's wonderful, Kristen. Wish my son thought he could still live with mommy. And then, yes, ma'am, I can. I'm sure you can. What can you do? Oh, you can help Kristen. Smitty, we downsized thinking the girls would want to do their own thing. Nope, they keep following us. Wow, that's cool. Smitty the kitten. Smitty the kitty. The big soldier in him won't let him come home anyways. I think his battle buddies would make fun of him. Oh, that's too bad. Sifa, that you can have all three on one screen. Now, anyway, it's I think I'm on overload because I'm on overload. I don't understand. So thank you for helping. We don't need to keep but I think I mentioned I mean I've clicked, I've been doing what I want to do thousands of times, but it's just when I get to that screen and I'm like, I swear I just click on the damn picture and that's how you get into the thing, and it's not letting me in. So I might be not knowing now how to drop into my live stream. I thought you just clicked on it. So maybe it's click on the bottom thing. I'm in it now, but I can't make comments. I guess I was clicking on the wrong thing, but it shows no place to make comments. So I'm closer. I'm in both streams as I'm in Twitter 2 live as Twitter 1, and I'm in Twitter 3 live as Twitter 1, but I can't make comments. So I'm much closer than I was just 5 seconds ago. So that you can have all on three on one screen. Be Survivor, how are you? Sorry I missed you when you came in. 4:02, 4 minutes ago. I'm so late. Hey, B. Smitty the kitty. Well, Kristen, you can always upside. LOL. Because if it's not them one day, I promise it will be your grandkids. I've got one child. I was a foster parent, so I had dozens of those. But I have one child, and she's not quite having kids yet. But yeah, I would imagine that's going to be true. And then, so B Survivor, hello, everybody. And Sifa says, B Survivor. And B Survivor says, Sifa, hey. B, it's great to have you. And seriously, Kristen says, yes, Mitty, they made us buy a house big enough for grandkids to stay. Well, I hope they didn't make you. It's your money. It can't be made. Kristen, what part of Streamlabs are you having issues with? Oddly enough, I know some random things about StreamYard. So, anyway, I could probably try to help too. But I'm nowhere near Sifa's level for sure. Smitty the kitty, Kristen, very smart and very cute. Kristen, very smart and very cute. So seriously, Kristen, Joe, I had to go to California for grad and then to Mississippi and then back home to Florida. That is some good traveling. So Smitty the kitty, where did you find the screen for $69? Oh, okay. I was at first I thought I was like, oh, she must be talking to someone in the stream because that's not addressed to me. Just Amazon. Just went on to Amazon and you either type in cheapest monitors or you say go from cheapest to highest. I'm OCD, and that can really, because when you go cheapest to highest, it starts with $3 cables, and there's 50 pages of $3 cables. But anyway, you try to narrow it down, and yeah, just start. Anyway, the first, there's a 19-inch. I was measuring the inches versus the dollars, and quickly it got up to 109 for 29 inches, and I'm like, I can't. I need to fill the 22 inches first. So I got a 22-inch. Anyway, it's Philips and it's free shipping. Oh my goodness. I'm old. For me, televisions used to weigh 70 pounds, 80 pounds, 90 pounds. So when they were shipped for free, that's a big deal. The one I bought was 13 pounds, so it's no big deal, but I still think it's a huge deal. So yeah, Smitty, if you want to, just Amazon, just Smitty, I think Newegg might have some. Newegg. Oh, golly. So, B, how you doing? What's going on, B? I'm a little backed up. Porter and Formal Goose. Hey, Formal Goose Foundation. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Wow, did you just make that up? And then Porter 1992. Hey, man, how y'all doing? I know y'all came from, it took me a while to figure out that not all my streams can see each other. So I try to highlight the ones that no one else can see. I did happen to have Neil in here last time, and he's on Twitch. And I think these two got a little marginal. So I was like, Neil, can you help me as a mod? And he was like, sure. And I'm like, I don't know how to do a mod on Twitch. So first I figured out how to do a mod for him for YouTube. That was easy. And then I'm like, can you walk me through making you a mod? And then I made him a mod, and then they disappeared. But anyway, I'm not saying it was a definite mod situation, but it was marginal. And oh yeah, B, you got to put me in check. I know you always put me in check, but okay, so Smitty, I think Newegg might have some. I don't know what that is, but I assume you two know who Newegg is. And I was trying to find out if it referred to a previous comment so I could follow along, but I didn't. Anyway, okay. Oh, I see. I'm not sure how to enter a stream on there. Cool. Is that an actual site? I used to find all my deals off Woot before Amazon bought them out too. So aggravating. You mean Amazon? Yeah, I just, actually I put into Google cheap monitors, and that gets you in the ballpark, and it usually picks up. I wanted the absolute cheapest, out of Amazon, which is the entire world. So if you just type in cheap monitors into Google, you'll get 7, 9, 12 options that are really, really inexpensive. but I then clicked on the Amazon. So yeah, Amazon.com. Inexpensive monitors, or from cheap, from least expensive to most expensive. But that causes problems because you start with $3 cables. You don't, which I'm OCD enough. I can go through $3 cables. That's no problem. But I would want that to be 3 or 4 or 5 pages. But it was 50 pages. Not that I went through that much, but so is that what you mean? Is that an actual site? Yeah. Anyway, Amazon.com. Yep. Anyway, I must have. I'm usually all over the place, so I might be a little not clear on what I'm explaining. But I'm a little perplexed about you asking me if Amazon.com is a site. But anyway, I'm sure I said something. So seriously, Kieran, Kristen, Sifa, I went live on Streamlabs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to do that. I was thinking StreamYard when you said it. So if I went live on Streamlabs, think I set it up correctly, and then chat box and other boxes were not where I wanted. Plus, I want the backgrounds I designed, and they're not showing up correctly. Oh, man, that's a bummer. And then, yes, ma'am. And then, of course, Formal Goose Foundation. B, you got them covered? Oh, you're on the wrong place. Porter's 1992. And then that's okay. 407, 6 minutes ago. I'm so behind. Be Survivor. Thanks. That's okay, Joe. I snuck in here. Streamlabs is known for its issues. You're honestly better off going StreamYard or OBS. I can teach you OBS. It's pretty easy, and both are free. I like StreamYard for sure. But anyway. Seriously, Kristen. Sifa, I am not a fan of StreamYard. My gamer daughter wanted me to use Streamlabs or OBS. I thought if I am having issues with Streamlabs, I'm going to feel like a big dummy tackling OBS. I briefly did some very limited stuff on OBS, and it twirled my head. But I didn't have Sifa there. So I think, anyway, timing was right, and I was ready. The teacher, what is it? The teacher appears when the student is ready. I've been trying to get on YouTube Live for 5, 7, 9 years, and then Idaho 4, and I needed to immediately do it. So when I was ready, the teachers appeared, Brittany and Sifa, and help me out, B. What's the person's name? Lyndon Not Baines was a big facilitator in helping me. Lyndon Not Baines was a huge facilitator on helping me early on. But again, like I said, when the teacher's ready, the student will appear. Oh, wait. When the student, I think I said it wrong. And I think I did it again. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's what it's supposed to be. And that's what happened. I became pretty good. I was ready, and it appeared. Doing good, Joe. How's it going today? Pretty good. I keep going off screen to what am I up to? 4:12, 4 minutes. Oh, I'm still behind. Sifa, that's why you have someone patient teach you how to use it. It's a bit weird at first, but I would screen share and walk you through it so you can actually see how to do it instead of just hear it. There you go. Okay, Sifa, we can work out a consult time, and I will donate for your time. Kristen, it sounds like you want to throw your laptop for sure. No problem, Kristen. I'm pretty much always available unless I'm asleep. The key is checking my email. You checking or him checking? Sifa, I know how to wake you up. I just emailed Daisy. Y'all are so cozy. I'm like, who wakes up next to who? Who's in the same? Who's in the same? Okay, so Joe, what platform is the person on? Do you mean Lyndon, not Baines? I forget who you're referring to. Joe, what platform is the person on? Sorry. 4:15. I'm still 2 minutes behind. I'm trying to catch up. Joe, what platform is the person on? I don't know. We were talking about Twitter, and that's me. But yeah, I'm sorry, Sifa. And then who? Lyndon, not Baines. Who's Lyndon, not Baines? Thank you, B Survivor. Lyndon, not Baines. And Sifa, is that why you're laughing? I don't mean to pull anybody into my inside jokes that would be uncomfortable with it. So, Sif, I don't know if you're laughing about my Lyndon, not Baines, but I don't mean to have any. I have my issues. So, Sifa, you sleep sometimes. The one commenting about Christmas. Oh, okay. Sorry. They're on Twitch. They're on Twitch. So they're gone. But I now I'm thinking, and I don't expect y'all to look at everything, but let me go back. It's pretty far. I highlight other platforms just in case y'all don't see them. So there's one. I'm assuming I'm going to leave that up for 5 or 10 seconds to find out from y'all if y'all can see that. So that is my Twitch comment, and it's from Formal Goose Foundation, and it says, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. So that was 4:06. That was 13 minutes ago. And then the second one, so it's probably been about 10 seconds. Usually I'm OCD and I count 10 seconds. But anyway, here's the next one. Porter, 1992. Hey, man. So it's those two. I'm going to leave that up for 10 seconds or so to make sure you see them. I'm just, because y'all don't see my cursor and stuff, I'm thinking maybe y'all don't see this on my screen. But I try to highlight all other platforms. I mean, I try to highlight everybody. But anyway, I try to highlight everybody, and I'm pretty successful. I usually highlight all my Nightbots and read them too, but I have a lot of viewers. Thank you very much today. I love that. That gets me jacked up and gets me focused and all that stuff, and I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I'm just bypassing all my Nightbots. So yes, I assume you're seeing those. So the one commenting about, so I assume you now have seen those too. So that was them. Yes, they're on Twitch. Are you on Twitch? It sounds like you might be. Sifa, you're a rock star. Thank you. Wow, I'm so used to these delayed comments. I thought he was laughing because I send Daisy after him. That was pretty funny. That probably is why he was laughing. That makes more sense now. But he probably does know who Lyndon is. But I don't. Anyway, you're welcome. And then, hello, Porter. Well, thank you, B. You don't think I was at? Were you around when they were being kind of hoodish? Your Twitch link isn't in your description or Nightbot today. Oh my God! I don't have something in Nightbot. I do have a Twitch. Do you? You want to be my mod over there? No, don't worry. I don't get enough. I welcome, again, getting back to the peens. I don't get offended by peen pictures. I don't, not that I just need anybody to come see me, but there's very few stuff over in Twitch that bothers me a lot. Yeah, you'll be a mod. Come on, Sifa. There's not enough. I mean, come on. There's and I need B Survivor to keep me in check because she's always like, Joe, you're not. And I'm paraphrasing B. This is not what you said. This is not your voice inflection, and you did not point your finger at me. But you would say, Joe, you're not being very nice. And I did curb that a little bit. I was going to say it much worse the first time. But Joe, you're not being very nice. Be a little more patient, be a little more courteous, and embrace everybody that comes in. So anyway. No, I wasn't. Uh-oh, do I need to bring it in the boxing gloves? I've tri-modded at the same time plenty of times. So, okay, let's see here. You're a rock star. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to figure out the quickest. I've tried modded at the same time plenty of times. My mind's brain dead. I can't figure out what to do. I think I'm trying to send you my Twitch link. And maybe, I don't know what to do. Gotta rein you in sometimes. Yeah, I wish you saw the were you here when they were okay. Your Twitch link isn't in your description or Nightbot today. Even the 5,000 letter description it's not in. Oh, you know where it is? YouTube, both my YouTube channels, YouTube community about. I forget if it's community tab or about tab, or about is within community. But yeah, both my YouTube channels have it's not community. It's not community. Forget that. It's in about. So YouTube channels, about, go to the bottom, and I have like 14. You can have 14 links. Those are all pretty current. And maybe if you followed me or something, I don't know what you call it in Twitch about following, but I'm sorry. If I was offline, there would be enough brain space for me to figure out what to do, but I can't figure it out. So, hello, Porter B. You are so nice. They were okay. They were just marginal. I was just saying marginal. She does. Oh, she bothers you, or she wakes you or something. Anyway, I'm not. Your Twitch link is okay. I do have a Twitch. Yes, sir. You'll be a mod. Please drop your Twitch if you could. How do I get? Okay, let's see here. JoeHart 2. JoeHart 2. Let me see here. JoeHart 2. Copy. Okay, I've got it. I don't know if this is clickable, but paste. JoeHart 2. And now that says Twitch TV. Do all their stuff says Twitch TV? I don't think of it as TV, but okay. So, no, I wasn't. Uh-oh. Do I need to bring in the boxing gloves? I've tried modded at the same time plenty of times. Uh-oh. Gotta rein you in sometime. What's your name on Twitch? JoeHart 2. But I just sent the link so that if it happens today, no. But I was the other day with Delta when he came in. Not Delta. The guy that you scolded me on came in today, and guess what? He made a third comment. He always says, hey, 72 follows. Charlie Doby. I think it was Charlie Doby. But anyway, today he made a third comment. And I'm like, oh my goodness, are you a bot or not? Got it. Thank you. No, thank you, Sifa. So I will stumble through how to do a mod, but I'll try it. Got it. Thank you. I'm sorry if my messages are delayed. My internet is wacky today. I'm sorry to hear, B Survivor, but I'm way behind. So Sifa found it, Joe. By the way, let me turn on the TV. The first practice, I didn't have a live timing, and the second practice, which is from 4 to 5, which is now, probably has a live timing. But I was going to try to, anyway, I always have to, I always need to just stay in the stream I am and just be with it. But just to let you know, I do have a stream scheduled for 5:20. There was a practice from 3 to 4. I couldn't figure out the live timing, so I just talked to everybody. And then from 4 to 5, there's a practice, a different one, a more important one. That's why it has live timing. And then I think it ends punctually at 5. And then my next one starts at my StreamYard starts at 5:20, and the next session starts at 5:30. Anyway, I like this. I might just stick with this and just skip the other one, but found it, Joe. Cool. So Smitty the Kitty, LOL. When I take off all my computer courses, I'm coming for you, Sifa, in memes only. And there I am. He came back to tell you about his followers again, Charlie. What gives? You told me I couldn't yell at him. So I wouldn't say I was super nice to him, but I did pretty well. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Look at all these Nightbots. That is to make sure I don't forget about it. So anyway, B, this is just, I have so many Nightbots that some of the ideas will never come to fruition. But one possible idea is I want to be just like Agenda Free TV. Well, maybe I ought to just do it because I'm not growing anything with motorsports. So anyway, I wrote this Nightbot. I don't expect any response, but it's just trying to get me into the, and of course I had to figure out all the different ways to say breaking news first. Had to figure that out first. So, Mav TV, that's for Neil, but I guess they're not totally. And then this overlay, that's for the peens. I don't want any peens. I don't know if Sifa's around. Have you followed me yet? Am I going to find out about you following me? And then I can, my channel, 5 followers. I think that's increased. I think I had less before. So, and then this is the Twitter thing. Again, I write these Nightbots to keep it fresh in my mind. And this is real fresh in my mind. I was trying to get Sifa to help me with my monitor behind me that I bought for, it might have been $79, but $69 or $79, free shipping, brand new, free. I mean, brand new. And how do I see this? View dashboard. Is that what I want? 5 followers. Sifa, I found you. Hi, Sifa. I think I click on you, right? Hi, Sifa. I thought I would remember how to do a. So, Sifa, I'm going to highlight this, even though, anyway, I'm going to highlight it. So this is me writing over in Twitch. I just said hi to Sifa because he said, well, he talked to me. Yeah, just click on your name, right? I'm on my iPhone. I hate doing things. I like. Oh, okay. Now I'm on my laptop, so I'm off screen. Click to reply or pin this message. Follow, whisper, add guest, mod comments. Well, something about mod. Mod. I think I just did it. Can you tell? Both chats open at once. And then it says unmod. So you are now modded, but is there a way to figure it out? Sifa enabled 1 month followers. No, don't put any restrictions. I want everybody. No, you have free reign. So non-moderators viewing this room. Wow, Sifa, you know how to do this stuff. Now I know I'm going to sound just like Discord. I don't want to reverse everything you've done, but I like that Twitch is live. When I comment, it immediately goes. So I don't like to slow it down or anything, but I know I'm micromanaging. I don't mean to micromanage. That's not my intent. I'm impulsive and I just say things out of the. I don't mean to micromanage. Let me get Twitch off my laptop. I mean, off my. So I'm going to go. So that's muted. Okay, thank you, Sifa. Sorry, I hit activate. I thought it meant to activate the moderation offer. No problem. Do I have to respond? I think it said to me. And again, this is the stuff feel free to let me know if you want to do this quietly and stuff. I'm kind of an open book. Not everybody is. But it says JoeHart 2 granted moderator privileges to Sifa. And then cleared, enabled. So you've done 3 things already. Only visible to moderators. Shield mode is on. So anyway, I hope it seems like it's working for you. So cool, man. So let me go off screen again to NASCAR.com. And I guess I'll have to eat too. I was about to say, why did they change their website? But it occasionally turns back into the way it's supposed to be. So Kyle Larson is number 1. Kozlowski number 2. The man whose name I shall never repeat is number 3. Buscher's number 4. Briscoe's number 5. Truex number 6. Byron, I can't read I got to move my monitor. I put them next to each other or overlapped. 7, Byron. 8, Harvick. 9, Chandler Smith. He's a truck driver. He is a NASCAR truck driver, and he is 9th in this practice so far. That's pretty damn good. Anyway, golly, let me get this up and going. Not that it matters, but it might. So it's the shield mode I turned on. Yeah, I think I saw something. Yeah, I don't see it now, but yeah, I think you probably, so something did say shield something. So yeah, something about the shield. So you disable. Yes. I do not mean to micromanage. I'm a mess. I ask people to help me and then I want to micromanage. So I didn't mean to. It went back to your previous settings now. And I know nothing about Twitch. You probably know a ton more than I do. So you probably know like a standard setting for a live stream. And you are so patient and tolerant of me. Thank you so much. No, I'm glad you said something because I didn't realize it. So you're saying you didn't really like that was an automatic when you do the shield thing, it automatically does those 3 things? Is that what you mean? Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Cool beans. So I don't know if B's still around, and I'm sure. So okay, so you didn't really do it; it just did it automatically. Okay, cool. So B, you know, I'm I think B has seen the not so good side of me more recently, and I really do think I'm quite tolerant of people who come into my stream, and I'm quite tolerant for behaviors and ping pics, and I'm here. Cool. Hey B. So so it's kind of rare to get the opposite of, hey, come on, you got to be reined back, Joe. And I probably agree with B that I probably did need to be. I think anytime I'm going to have a challenge is because I'm disabled. I'm impulsive. I'm ADD. So I impulsively immediately respond. And, you know, it's always a good idea to count to 10. I can't count to 10 on a live stream, but, you know, maybe I could count to 2 or 3 before I respond. You just been very stressed out lately. Also, that impulsivity. I think that gets me not in trouble. I mean, you know, I'm not going to grow anyway, but but I might grow someday. I'm choking as usual. So you're human also. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Oh, goose. What's up, Leo? Yes, exactly. You're only human. Joe, thanks. Don't choke. Geez, you know, you say the same thing every time. And I'm like, geez, I don't know. What does she mean? But there's Leo. I perpetually have stuff in my throat. Sorry. Gurr. Hey, Bee Survivor. Was that the first thing she says? I know she loves you, but is that really the first comment? Let me scroll back up. B, you're a rock star. She usually said there's no usual, but a lot of times she says tweet or Joe, I want to play this game and don't ignore me and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was kind of cool. She said, hey, B Survivor. Don't choke, geesh. Hey, Gurr, Leo. I think that's the Leo one. How are you today, Gurr? I am so tired. Oh, Leo, I'm so. What is it over? You're in Turkey, right? I think that's 6 hours. That's 10:41 p.m. That probably is past your bedtime. That's what I'd say. But anyway, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Oh no, being tired is no fun. Amen, B. What do you think of that, Leo? B is so nice, isn't she? She's connected with you. She's a rock star. And you know that, of course. So, okay, so I am viewing my live stream on Twitter on 2 different accounts. As I said, I'm on Twitter, Twitter 1, watching Twitter 2's stream. And I'm on Twitter, Twitter 1, watching Twitter 3's stream. They're the exact same stream, but there are 2 different accounts. Oh, golly, is that a... Oh, thanks, Joe. You are a rock star. Plus, Leah loves you. Tweet. I don't want to tweet. I want to comment. You're welcome, B. Oh, my goodness. What's the IndyCar doing? Let's see. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. So that tweet there, I mean, that this right here, it shouldn't be a Nightbot timer, and it shouldn't be a Nightbot custom command. It shouldn't be either, but I put it into both because that's just what I do. But this is a thing that's happening all the time, and it's changing and modifying, so it's kind of strange. But Neil, howdy, y'all. How are you, Neil? So anyway, just to give an update on this. It is 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 2 seconds left. It's a yellow flag. Takuma Sato is still number 1. Rinus BK is still number 2. Patricio Award, Santino Ferrucci, Kyle Kirkwood. It just went green flag. Wow, that's kind of weird that I happened to catch the time it went green. So it went green at 1:15:50, I think. So Kyle Kirkwood, Colton Herta, Scott McLaughlin, Scott's my buddy, 7th place. Alex Pillow, Scott Dixon, Will Parr, Marcus Erickson. Marcus is waiting for a renewed contract, and they haven't given it to him yet. But he's doing really well, and I think he's number 1 in points. So I think the owner's kind of screwed. I mean, Marcus wants a renewed contract, so it sounds like, but he's kind of screwed. True Crime and Faith, how are you? I appreciate you coming by, Daisy. Thank you so much. Yeah, as long as you, however short or brief or long you can be here, it's great with me. Thank you so much. So True Crime and Faith. Hey, wanted to stop in and say hello. Can't stay long, but how are you, Joe? I'm doing pretty well, as always. Sifa and his crew, and B and Neil. The whole gang is here. So Neil says, howdy, y'all, or all. I'm from Kentucky originally, so we say y'all. Sifa says, hey, Neil. B Survivor. Hey, Neil, how's it going? B says, Sifa and crew, Neil Gurr. What a great crowd today. Sifa and crew, Neil Gurr. Yeah, Leo, what do you think? She grouped you into the group, Leo. Finally, Daisy. I don't know if that was the right voice inflection. Is that how your voice was, Sifa? Finally, Daisy. As you can tell, I've been on for 1 hour and 53 minutes and 53 seconds, and Sifa's been here for the majority of the time, so you can kind of hear it in his voice, although we can't hear his voice, but I did a voice inflection. Hello, Daisy. Daisy Duke. Oh, yeah, sorry. That's old, stereotypical Daisy is Daisy Duke. True Crime and Faith. Sifa, sorry, don't feel well. And hey, B Survivor. Cool. So, always give notice so much far in advance, and that's never a good idea to do. So we've got 2 on Twitch and 4 on YouTube. I bet that's Sifa. Thanks for being the Twitch police. Is that the right word for that stuff? So now this overlay Nightbot has been... So anyway, to add a custom overlay to your StreamYard live broadcast, first design your transparent image in your favorite graphics program, such as Figma, Canva, Team Easel. It's called Easel, but on Twitter they're called Team Easel, or Photoshop. And then and then a hashtag. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab some food too. I'm going to step away and grab some food real quick. Will you take your time? And thank you for being here. Like I said, my next stream starts at 5:20, and I probably need to eat too before the 5:20 starts. And usually when I'm in a really good stream, and this is a mighty good stream, I'm like, oh, just stay in the stream. Don't worry about your next stream. But I have found out, I think Daisy has talked about this a bit, but I have discovered that there can be some challenging repercussions. These aren't the right words, but challenging repercussions for not canceling a stream that's coming up. I already have troubles. Yep, you got to eat. Yeah, Sifa and me, I guess. But yeah, Sifa too. But yeah, I can't recall it, but something has happened recently with one of my non-cancels. I rarely cancel streams. And the Formula One this weekend was supposed to be at Autodromo Imola, and it was supposed to be 2 sessions today, Friday, 2 sessions on Saturday, and 1 session on Sunday, the race on Sunday. And it was canceled because of the horrendous, horrible weather they had. And it was pretty bleak. They had 5 deaths, and it was tremendous. But I usually, as soon, my week ends Sunday night. So after all the races and Sunday night ends, I start getting ready for the next week. And if there's a Formula One race, I print it up the schedule immediately. I organize it, I highlight it, I cut it up, I do all the things I do to it, and then I enter it. So I want to enter those 5 sessions. And I was a little behind this week, but I was also like, they have to cancel. They have to cancel. They have to cancel. They have to cancel. And I did a stream. So, that's horrible. Now, B, you've heard that, right? You was in that stream for a little bit, weren't you? You heard about that? But yeah, it's horrible. It's Emilia Romagna. It's my ticker. It's my ticker, and that ticker is very unedited. But yeah, I'll read it once it starts over. I'm pretty pleased that I finally have done a second ticker after 6 months. So yeah, it's roughly the ticker. The ticker's not current. But anyway, hashtag Emilia Romagna GP may be disrupted. It was disrupted. It was canceled because of the severe weather recently in the region and the continued swelling of flooding near and at the circuit, Autodromo Imola in Imola, Italy. And the river goes right by it, and the river is at the highest level of like 60 years or something. Covering pending breaking news announcements. Hopefully Wednesday, which is when I went live and when they did cancel it. Hopefully Wednesday, May 17th. It seems like that was a week ago. 2 days ago. Today, testing my second new ticker, JoeHart PwD's. And those tickers can do 1,000 characters. And this one is about 310 characters. So it's going to be I'm sure I will. Once I learn them, I'm sure I'll max out. So I'll do triple those words. Oh my goodness. So the all-star race practice is 57 seconds. Larson still up top. Then Kozlowski, Hamlin, Buescher. Is it on? Did I not add it? Present. Share screen. No, not that. So that's it. It's probably not real easy to read, but I'll read the TV over here. So practice, it has 27 seconds to go. Larson, Kozlowski, Hamlin, Buescher, Briscoe, Truex, Byron, Harvick, Chandler Smith. He's a truck driver, and he's ninth. He's kicking these guys' butt. Priest, Allmendinger, Gibbs. He sucks. Logano, 13th. He should be doing better. Bell's 14th. He ought to be higher. Reddick, 15th. He ought to be higher. Chastain, 16th. Why are all the good guys all right next to each other? Logano, Bell, Reddick, Chastain is 13th through 16th. They ought to be top 5, all of them. So Gregson, McDowell, Austin Dillon, T. Gilliland makes the top 20, and they're not showing me more. It is now red, that 20 seconds has ended, but they get to finish the lap. And that's it. This ends, well, I guess it's over. It was supposed to be 4 to 5, and it was, but it's really Logano. Woohoo! Yeah, Logano is 13th. He's 20.95. He tied 12th. 12th was 20.95 also. God, they're really close. From third and higher, it's 0.11 second. Second. From second to 10th, it's 0.14 second. But the guy's right above that. This is better than 7/16. Logano is not part of the 16th place club. He is definitely not one of them. He has won 2 championships, and he is a rock star. You're funny, B. Let's look at IndyCar. I know you're I don't want to bring you down or anything, but where is this? Agustin Canapino is not last. He's 28th out of 34. I would say that's a great practice for him. For Agustin Canapino, which is B's driver that she picked on the fly, I think because of his last name, is 28th out of 34. I would say that is supreme. That is so great. And I never see my cursor. Where's my cursor? I want my cursor. I thought it was yellow, but now it is changed. So, okay. So stop that screen, present, share screen, IndyCar. So there you go. That's the IndyCar one. I'll go off screen and just go through it real quickly. These are 6 hours. 28th, sheesh. LOL, 16th is better than 28th. Dang. But 28th is good. He's not a... I know you love his name and stuff, but he's not... I swear to you, I'm not fibbing. I'm not fibbing. 28th out of 34 is pretty good. Let's go, McLaughlin. So, yeah, let me go off screen here now. I'll read them all. These are 6 hours long. It's from 12 to 6. So it's another hour and 4 minutes, which I'm not going to, about that. It'll tell us how much time is left. And we're not going to do that because I have to get gone, eat, and come back at 5:20, which is in 24 minutes. So this is the last thing I'm going to do. Okay, so practice 5 of 9, I think. Last year, I think they had 12 practices. But practice 5 for the Indianapolis 500 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Time remaining in session, 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 16 seconds. So Takuma Sato is number 1. He's been 1 all day. Rinus VeeKay has been 2 all day. I don't know after that. But so it's Pato Award, Santino Ferrucci, Kyle Kirkwood. He's not that good, but at least he's Italian. If you want to check out Santino Ferrucci, he's fourth. Kyle Kirkwood, fifth. Colton Herta, he's good. Scott McLaughlin, my dude, seventh. Alex Plo, eighth. Scott Dixon, ninth, as a rock star. 10th, Will Power. He seems to be a little off, but he's normally very strong. 11th, Marcus Erickstrom. He had this incredibly young-looking girlfriend when at the race I went to. Incredibly young-looking. I don't, every country is different on their age of consent, but I think his girlfriend appeared to be 12 or 13 or 14. I don't know if she was. Benjamin Peterson, Felix Rosenquist, Alex Rossi, Tony Kanaan, Connor Daly, Roman Grosjean, the wrecker. He always wrecks. Ed Carpenter, he's the owner, and he's in there. 18th, Marco Andretti, he's no good. Ryan Hunter Ray, Joseph Newgarden, he's from Nashville, just like Jack White. Simon Pagino, he fed me because I had a cute cat, and his girlfriend liked my cute cat. And so they fed me, which was very nice. Devlin DeFrancesco, Elio Castroneves, I love Elio. David Malukas, Stephen Wilson, that is his brother is the one that passed away, and I had talked to him extensively about being he was an ambassador for what is it where you read and you switch the letters around? Dyslexia. He was a dyslexia ambassador. So I was talking to him about invisible disabilities, and we talked quite extensively. His brother, the one that has it, but his brother died several years ago, and that's it was a horrible accident. It was horrible. So Stefan is his brother, not necessarily as talented as his brother, but he's always in the Indy 500 as an emotional. I'm sure he gets his ride because of his brother, which is fine. So Stingray Rob, Agostino Canapino, 228. RC Anderson, Catherine Leggy. I love her. I've interviewed her a few times. I am in love with her. She is mucho beautiful. Or she's just very pretty. Anyway, Jack Harvey, Christian Lundgaard, Graham Rahal. I believe he's married to John Force's daughter, one of the blonde daughters. I forget which one. Brittany, maybe. One of them. And Caleb Eilert. And that's the 34 with an hour to go. 1 hour. And we're right now in 3 seconds. It's going to be 1 hour to go. So, that was the last thing I was going to do. I don't like leaving a stream that's going really well. Oh, no, that's young. I always say that, women's ages are really hard to tell. I worked at University of Illinois Medical Center, and so they had the world's, they had the largest university. So you learned a lot about. My female child was really young when I worked there, so I was frantic about learning about periods and stuff. But anyway, as we all know, everybody's getting heavier, so we're having periods earlier. So we had this wealth of information about when periods were and stuff like that. But anyway, it is very hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. I think a 15-year-old can look 30 for sure. And I think a 35, 40-year-old can look 18. No problem. So it's really hard to tell ages. But she was gorgeous. And he didn't bat an eye. He didn't try to hide her or anything. So anyway, okay. Good for him then. I still will cheer for him, but I have the faith. Oh, you mean for Canapino? Yeah, he's got a great name. Oh my, that's young. He's a good boy. No, I don't know if he's a good boy. I agree. Sometimes you just have no idea. And it's too bad because there's so much going on, teachers and, there's so much going on that if you don't know they're 17 and they tell you that they're not 17, I mean, anyway, enough about that topic. Again, I was a therapeutic foster person. I was taking care of teenage boys. All of my boys, which I watched one at a time, all of my boys went from teen jail to my apartment or from my apartment to teen jail. All of them, 100% of them did one or the other. So these were challenging population. But it worked, and I was good at it, and I was good at, it worked. I was able to have tons of time with my daughter without her being, fall prey to any of their inappropriate things they might do. So it worked for me. Anyway, okay, so we have 2 on Twitch and 1 on YouTube. B Survivor might be the YouTube person. Sifa is probably one of the Twitches. So yeah, I think I'm going to head out so I can eat. It's 5:03. I have to be back in 17 minutes, and I don't expect people to return. I know I don't like to leave a stream because people don't come back sometimes, and B, you're really good at it, but I don't ever expect people to come back. I would love it if the world came back, but I don't assume it or expect it. And then that's like, but anyway, cancels are no fun. I don't know how to do them, and I seem to get in trouble with not canceling things, and so I'm going to come on at 5:20. So I have to eat before that. So okay, I'm going to head out. Let's see here. So thank you very much. Thank you, Sifa, with your crew. You had a massive crew today. That was very nice. I'm sorry to hear that True Crime and Faith was not feeling well. So it was a bummer that she didn't feel too well. And Kitty Schmitty Kitty was here, which was very nice. I learned her gender, which is not the end of the world. Like I said, I always assume. Okay, Joe, I'll be back, but I might have to leave early. Maybe not, but I think we need to go out. But I'll be there. Thank you, B. It's good to see you. But yeah, man, go out. Have fun. That'd be great. I mean, I hope that's a fun going out. But so yeah, cool, man. Thank you. 5:20, man. They're talking about getting ready. Oh, I gotta get ready. Okay. Cool, man. Thank you so much. See you later, Sifa. Yeah, he's over in I don't have my Twitch open. Do I? Bye, Sifa. I'll say bye in I didn't think I had it open. So I said bye to him over in there. Oh, and it's so weird. I'm like, I'm off screen and it's not going to show up. And there it is. It's right in front of my face. So anyway, that's me. JoeHart 2. I'm over in Twitch, JoeHart 2, and I'm saying goodbye to Sifa. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything y'all do for me. I might focus on Nightbot and get it a little more in line than it was today. But that's all right. It was okay. It's always okay. I love Nightbot, and everybody just has to accept it, and some people really like them, and some just choose to ignore them. But it still grates on me that they weren't perfectly edited. So, okay. All right, man. So I'm going to hit edit broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Now I got to hit it again. So I'm going to start saying waving and saying goodbye. So I'm going to hit end broadcast in 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.